Hello everyone and welcome to the FPL Cougar Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Kieran.
And today we are just talking about our Cougar Cub picks and differentials for Gameweek 11. Let's start straight away, Kieran, by talking about the results of Gameweek 10. I opted for, well, I didn't really opt for Bowen. I opted for Dean, didn't I? I didn't even make it.
Yeah, but the injury didn't see him play, and you got Bowen as your backup, as your differential, and 13-point haul for you. So yeah, you lucky little git. And then I went for Ferran Torres, which got the 8 points just before he went off. So I was kind of lucky as well. So all right in the end, I suppose. But total wise, I'm now on 51, and you're on 67. So catching up to be done. And hopefully this week I've got good ones in mind, and I've seen yours and they don't look that great, so let's see.
I tell you who do think my picks look quite good, and that's the official FPL account. Like, I sorted these out last week and they tweeted about them both this week. But anyway, let's hear about them from me. Do you want to go first and kick us off? Because it's Richarlison you've got, haven't you, as your first pick?
You mentioned him last week, and I'm going to mention him this week. But 4.3% owned, 7.8 million. 4 shots versus Leeds last week, one more than Calvert-Lewin, an XG of 0.49, which is also higher than DCL, and an XA of 0.19. So he looks like he's more likely to get the returns than Calvert-Lewin right now. So yeah, his last 4 weeks of XG of 1.17, XA of 0.38, sorry. 7 shots, 1 big chance, 3 key passes, 0 big chances created, but so I do kind of want to see a bit more from him, but so I kind of feel like this could be a sort of get right game for him as well, just like it was for City last week against Burnley. So Burnley conceded 8 in the last 4, even though 2 of those were clean sheets, but 5 was against City, obviously without Pope. So yeah, I kind of fancy Richarlison this week against Burnley, and surely there's just a decent win for Everton, obviously after that 2-0 loss to Leeds. So I think they need to get back on track.
Yeah, no, I think he's a good pick, and if you go with that one, I will be a bit worried about my lead. I'm going to pick another player who plays in blue, Danny Welbeck. You mentioned him on the show last week and said he could be a good little pick. So 5.5 million, he's now had 2 returns in his last 4. Obviously a very questionable assist for the penalty in the last minute against Liverpool last time out, but he plays up against the Southampton side that conceded 7 in the last 3 games and 12 big chances in the last 4, which is the second worst record in the league. Danny himself, he's had 7 shots in the box in the last 4, as well as 2 big chances. And like I say about these differentials, it's always important to think about the fixtures afterwards, and they are good for Brighton. So Southampton, after that follows Leicester, Fulham, Sheffield United and West Ham. So yeah, there's a good run there. So you're not just picking him up for a 1 week punt. You could keep him in your side for 2 to 4 game weeks. So yeah, I'm kind of hopeful that Danny's going to bring some returns for me and hopefully others this game week.
And assuming he stays fit, he's nailed on because Mopai is not
Definitely
fit now either. So
exactly, he's got that position basically to lose. All right, next up for you, Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for him over Richarlison just because. He plays for City, which makes sense. And then he didn't start last night in the Champions League, so he came on, should have got the winner, but it was like a finger. I think it was like a second phase of play offside, which was a really strange one actually. If you look at it, but 9, 2 and 5 in the last 3 Premier League games when he's been fit. Obviously, Aguero is still a bit of an injury concern, so he should be nailed on to start this week at least. So yeah, his XG of 0.9 and XA of 0.36. Not great, but he's had 8 shots, 2 big chances, 4 key passes, and 0 big chances created. But I feel like this could be the game for him. So whenever a City player is under 10% and looks like he's nailed on, that's when you got to take notice. So it was Mahrez's week last week to haul. Possibly Jesus this week. I feel like it's going to be good. City had 19 shots versus Burnley, which is very high, obviously. 5 big chances created for them, 17 key passes in that game, 5 goals in that game, obviously. And then the team as a whole scored 95 FPL points. Came from City players in that game. So, it was the differentials that picked it up. Obviously, Mahrez, Torres, Jesus got some as well. Walker, who's obviously very low owned as well. So, Fulham will be confident after beating Leicester, but City are obviously a whole different beast. I just expect Jesus to get a goal assist, possibly 2 goals. I'm backing him.
Nice. I think I'm maybe letting you back in with my picks this week because Welbeck 0.2% owned, Baldock 1.7, so both mine add up to less than 2%, and Richarlison nearly, what is he, 5%? Oh, Jesus is low, isn't he, actually? 1.6 for him, okay.
Yeah.
Take it. How has Jesus got less or fewer owners than Baldock? Goodness me. All right. I'm picking him though. He 1.7% ownership, big differential. So he's had an expected points of 23.8 in his last 4. That's 9th of all players, Kieran. All of them. He's 9th. He's only just had.
He looks good.
Yeah, he's only just had 6 points though, so he's massively underperformed. He's had 4 shots in the box, which is the third highest of all it is third highest of all defenders, and he's had 2 big chances, which is the most. And I kind of think if Leicester can concede 2 against Fulham, and they've conceded 6 in the last 4 away games, then perhaps there's opportunity for Sheffield United to open them up, and maybe Baldock has a chance of some returns in this one. You're shaking your head at it. Do you not fancy?
I'm playing Justin, so I'm just hoping he can more than fails, just double fails in your sort of scoring, and for your club and for my sort of FPL team.
All right. To make it interesting, who are you going to pick? Who's your one?
I'm picking Jesus. I need the points to get back up.
All right. I'm gonna play it safe to maintain my lead, and I'm going to go with Danny Welbeck, lead the line for the Cubs this game week. Safe with 0.2% own Welbeck. Unbelievable. All right. So we'll be back next week with another one, previewing Game Week 12's differentials. Until then, good luck with your game week, everyone.